Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
The ball carrier.
Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bucs' 48-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 46 yards.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone.
Incomplete.
So no 6 points, incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Buccaneers.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he powers his way up past the 30.
The Giant ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
And the Giants 1st down.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley. And another 1st and 10 here. And now here's a carry heading left. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The tackle made.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line and linebacker. 2nd level in the secondary, the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
A gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down. That's
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now Saquon Barkley. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
10-yard line.
They'll run with Barkley. Bust through the tackle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. Here's Barkley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused because if they...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, That answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
3 plays and out.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
36-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown...
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the...
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to QT.
Brady's pass.
Not much there, only a yard.
QT.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Brady to throw again. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On play action, now Brady. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Incomplete. Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And out of bounds on the Other side of midfield at the 45.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, it's Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. That'll bring up second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
4th down and less than a yard.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Geis. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first. Brady's throw there complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Giants.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Jones, the ball carrier.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Again, it's Jones. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19 from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Got an open man, it's QT. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Geis, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Barkley on 1st down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Fighting through, and he's got space. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Giants.
On the carry.
Saquon Barkley with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2. They run it with Breida. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
35-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
A few better down a score in the 4th quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds. But not before he's inside the 30. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, 4th quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because there has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out. Oh, he faked him with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the line of scrimmage.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. He's back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. With that run, double-check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
On first down, this is Geis. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Brady's pass, intended for Darius Geis, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Brady. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
score, Buccaneers.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Bucs, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys.